We need everybody to be too big to rig. And that includes your undecided and your liberal friends. Give them an olive branch. When they go into that voting booth, that can act as their confessional. They can go in there and they can make an act of contrition. Because I think a lot of these people are genuinely good people that were misled by truly devious people. They know they're on the wrong side of history. They know that forcing people to get experimental injections that they didn't want was the wrong thing to do. They know that forcing lockdowns was wrong. They know that censorship is wrong. They know that deplatforming is wrong. They know that making grandmas die alone in a nursing home is wrong. They know that they are on the wrong side, but their social circles won't allow them. They're a prisoner of this ideology, but not in that voting booth. In that voting booth, it's just them. They're alone. This is their opportunity to apologize. This is their opportunity to make it right. This is their opportunity to start with a clean slate. You go into that voting booth and you do the right thing. And you vote against this evil regime that manipulated you, that has put you in this position. You just wanted affordable health care and happy black people. I totally get it. But they used this. They abused the best parts of you. They weaponized your empathy, and they turned you against your neighbor. And they need to be held accountable for that. And this vote coming up is your opportunity to do that with nobody watching, with no repercussions to your social life, with no getting canceled in your leftist ecosystem. Go into that booth and tell your dad you're sorry. All right?
Right.
Go into that booth, and this is your act of contrition to
Make
this
your dad
country
proud,
that's given
yeah.
you so much. All right? And that is the message that I really want to get out to everybody who's either undecided or on the left. You get in that voting booth, it's your chance to do the right thing. We can't go back and change what's happened, but you could be a part of helping us fix it.
Right.
And that's coming up soon.
Well, and I totally resonate with that because I went through that. And what I always ask people is like, do you like being made a fool of? Do you like being lied to? Because I was one of the same people. I just wanted happy black people and cheaper healthcare. I voted for Obama in 2008. But as soon as he started governing, I was like, oh, you tricked me, you son of a, are you okay with being tricked? Are you okay with being lied to? Yeah, the rhetoric is great. It's all very highfalutin and joy and all this. Great. You like that. When you see that it's a lie, why do you keep going along with the liar? Why don't you rebel against the liar? Why don't you punish the person for tricking you, right?
How many more hours of my life have to go to Ukraine before I get the health care?
Right.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, why do you like being made a fool of? I don't like being made a fool of, and Democrats just make fools of people over and
you're
over.
Dealing with truly evil people, true ghouls who all they did is kept the war machine going. They realized that America no longer had an appetite for bullying poor brown people in the desert. So they were like, oh, let's just bully poor white people.
Yeah, let's transmorgify it,
Yeah, so they just took the war in Iraq and made it Ukraine. And now we're fighting Russia. America hates Russia. Guys, it's the war machine. They're just milking us dry. They're milking Ukraine dry of generations of men. They're milking us dry of all of our tax dollars. Guys, these people have got to go. They've got to go, and this is your opportunity. We've never been presented with an opportunity like this.
Right.
We've never been presented with an opportunity to make it right. We've got a second chance as a country. When was the last time? This is the first time in my life I've ever been excited to vote for a presidential candidate.
100%.
And I was never a big Trump guy. Right? Podcasts have helped that I got to know him, and he's hilarious, right? But it's more than that. It's Robert Kennedy. Just imagine giving Robert Kennedy the paintball gun from Entourage and having Robert Kennedy walk into the CIA, the building that killed his uncle and his father, with that paintball gun, and like Ari Gold going doof 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 doof. Everybody with a yellow is fired.
Yeah.
Right? Just think of that. Think about, Elon Musk live streaming, bringing a toilet bowl into the Capitol building and being like, oh, by the way, $2 trillion is gone. Here's your budget. Like,
here's your refund, America.
And if you didn't like Trump's first term, because you didn't like, cheap things and no wars, whatever, fine. This is another opportunity. He's given acts of contrition.
Yeah.
We've never in my life heard a president say, yeah, I made mistakes. Not even Bush.
Right.
This dude went in and said, yeah, I listened to the wrong people and I hired the wrong people. It won't happen again. I believe him.
The fact that he's saying it, as you're pointing out, is totally unique in American politics.
Unique.
Yeah.
And now he's surrounding himself with young, people who want to run lean. Vivek wants to run lean. Elon wants to run lean. Yeah, there's no more John Boltons in there. There's no more Bill Barrs in there. No. They're gonna gut it. This is the accountability we're looking for. This is the accountability for them taking Occupy Wall Street and then using it as a reason to start a race war because we can't have populism. This is our way to get back for them for the Patriot Act. This is our way to get back to them for 2008. This is our way to get back to them for their lies and their conceit and the millions of lives that they've cost around the world. This is our chance to make it right. We've got a second chance, man. We should be so excited. And I'm telling you, do not think for a second that CIA, NATO, the UN, the WEF is going down without a fight.
Right.
Get out there and get everybody you know to get out there too. It has to be overwhelming. You know, but man, you should be excited about it.
Yeah.
Because this is a beautiful opportunity that honestly we haven't had in our adult lives, Harrison.
Right. No, and I mean, just look at the number of literal miracles that have kept us up to this point, including, Donald Trump getting grazed by a bullet on live TV. I mean, God is sending us a message. God is going, here's your chance, here's your opportunity, seize it if you want. And but of course, it's up to us with our free will, whether we actually seize on this and whether we bring it to fruition or whether we allow it to slip through our fingers. And, your point about the people on the other side who have been tricked and are still being tricked, they're genuinely good people. I truly believe that. And I don't know if they just don't understand that their empathy is being weaponized, that they're being taken advantage of, but it's this pathological altruism that has them thinking they're sacrificing their own wealth and their own country on some sort of altar of diversity. It's like, you're being fooled. We know you're good people. We don't think you're evil, but you're being led by the nose by evil people. And you got to wake up. You got to wake up. You got to realize what's going on. And again, it all goes back to narrative. They've fallen for the false narrative of humanity.
Those people that aren't awake are probably not ready to be awake yet. I'm more specific to those that are awake, but are in a prison. The left does an incredible job of getting their people in line, or else.
Right.
I'll cancel you. I'll shame you. All your friends will disappear. Your coworkers will make sure you get fired. Like, if somebody's in education, if somebody is in the entertainment industry, somebody's in comedy, you can't come out. There's a reason Zachary Levi, a guy who starred in a Marvel movie.
Right.
It's one of the most powerful men in entertainment. You get anything green light, he wants to get greenlit. He's Shazam. And he has to come out and make a declarative statement going, I know my career's over.
Yeah.
But, so now if you're the Grip, are you going to say that?
Right.
If you're the guy making 70 grand a year with a wife and 2 kids, just trying to keep your job, are you going to come out and stand on principle? We can't expect them to do that. It would be wrong to expect them to do that without us having something parallel for them to come to.
Right.
This is our mistake. So all we could do is provide them with empathy and say, I don't need you to come out publicly. I'm okay to be the mistress.
Right.
Just do the right thing in private. No one's going to be around in that voting booth, man. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Do the right thing. This is your opportunity to do the right thing. This is your opportunity to apologize. This is your opportunity to start anew. We all need it. This whole country needs it. We're all coming together. Black, white, gay, straight, we're all coming together. You're seeing it. Kamala's not doing rallies in the Bronx.
Right.
Right?
And Trump is. It's
although it would be hilarious
so
to see what voice Kamala came up with.
Oh, man.
She was all of a sudden, Kamala comes out sounding like Fat Joe. What up, PX?
It's not even that far off, honestly.
He does not deserve to stand behind it'd be like Michael Scott doing an impression of Gil Scott Heron. She'd be Michael Scott, Gil Scott Heron. My God, she's the worst actress on earth.
It's crazy. It's crazy that they fall for it. And, I don't know. I think I'm a little less lenient to you, but you're right. I mean, I get it. You know, if you're a Grip or something, you don't want to. But like, you got to get over that, and you got to, because it's false. It's projected onto you, this idea, and it's so deeply ingrained. Where like, because I even have to do it myself. Where like, I'll have friends, they'll be talking, and they'll use like white as a pejorative, right? They're like, oh, we went there. It was so white. Yeah. And I kind of, It's natural to just go, haha, yeah, that
Move out
sucks.
of Austin, bro.
Yeah, but no, but you got, you got to overcome their pressure and just go, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, but those are lemmings, right? So like those are people that are just desperate to fit in. And the way that you do that is the way that I do that. I was like, oh, are they too white?
Yeah, yeah.
You have
right, but you got to ridicule it. Exactly.
Ridicule is a powerful tool, right? Because they're looking around to see, like, is everybody still doing? Are we still doing the white people
right?
Thing? Like, is fetch still a thing? No, do you like, oh, he's too white, and all of a sudden they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So you do have to push back, but satirically, right? Don't sit down like Matt Walsh and try to engage in a 15-point dissertation about why Amber Rose shouldn't have her 3 million people join the Republican Party. That idiot. So what you do is you kind of what we used to do in the 90s. You tease.
Right.
You mess around. Right. You poke and you prod, and then you push them, let them know, show them where the boundary is, and then give them the opportunity to come back and assimilate. Like this is what we all did growing up. It was called having a grandpa. Like, grandpa, that's me. Yeah, no, duh, idiot. If you don't want me to do mean things, don't do dumb things, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was part of growing up. It's called a feedback loop, right?
Yep.
So these people need a place. They need a home and all this other stuff. And I get them. They're annoying. I totally get it. But also at the same time, they're necessary. You know, we got to show them the way. We got to be the leaders here.
Well, and look, and the truth is, these people do what they think, you know, it's a herd mentality. It's almost an evolutionary thing where it's like, I just got to do what everybody else does. They don't kick me out of the herd. They're followers. And that's bad. Like, I would love if people thought for themselves. The fact that they don't means if we could just have a parallel economy, if we could have, dominance of the culture, then they'll be just as loyal to us as they are to the current regime. They just don't feel safe expressing this right now.
Harrison, man, I'm on my 5th X account.
Right.
All right. I just had a 200,000 follower TikTok account deleted.
Oof.
Just gone. Woke up to it gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I have been kicked out of comedy clubs for life. All right. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I believe it.
I wouldn't want this for anybody.
Right.
This is my cross to bear. You work at InfoWars. Has this been an easy time in your professional life?
It's been amazing, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. This what we've decided to do. Our paths are not for everybody.
Right.
All right. And I don't want it to be for everybody. I want the pain and the suffering that I have endured, and many people like me. All right. Carol Ann Miljavic is one of the funniest human beings on earth. Nobody knows her. She's got 1 million followers. Okay. But she's got 5 kids and she's pro-life. So Hollywood wants nothing to do with her.
Right.
Okay. She should be selling out arenas.
Right.
And there's so many people like that. Dave Landau, who I work with, incredibly funny guy. But he made the mistake of going on, shows that were deemed right-wing. And now one of the funniest men in Hollywood just worked the mothership for the first time.
Right.
This is not for everybody. And it doesn't have to be for everybody. The grip doesn't need to fight this battle. The electrician doesn't need to fight this battle. Do I wish they would? Absolutely, man. It would make my life so much easier if you guys would come on board. But I don't need that. What I do need is for you to acknowledge reality and that the status quo is going to kill us all.
Yeah.
Just do the right thing in the voting booth. And we'll call it squaresies.
Right.
We'll call it squaresies. All right? Just do the right thing. Do the right thing for your brother. Do the right thing for your father. Do the right thing for every white guy who's been called evil, for every man that's been called a misogynist, teach these people a lesson that this is not how you gain power in America. You have to add value. And I'll tell you something else. I really, truly believe that this doomsday, the doom scrolling, the Armageddon stuff, it's only this moment, and I think it's coming from abroad. I think this is the messaging. I think this is the culture that they want us demoralized. They want us humiliated. They want us feeling like America is dead and dying. That's what they want us to believe.
Right.
But there's no reason to believe that. The future is unreal. There was just a guy on Rogan said if we make it 5 more years, we're going to be 150.
Right.
And if we make it 10 more years, we're going to live to 200. Think of the amazing things that can be done. Now, there's going to be some awful stuff, too. I'm sure we're going to have 100-year mortgages coming up soon. You know what I'm saying? Right. But also at the same time, all the jobs are going away. Why? We can't. There's jobs we can't even fathom. You could be. Right. There's 50 years from now. You could be a tour guide on Mars. You have no idea the jobs. We have no idea the economy. We have no idea the possibilities that lie ahead. Like make America great again. Yeah, let's do that first, but then we can make America greater than it's ever been. And we got to believe in that because it's true.